Welcome back to the Martial Poetry series. We're going over episodes 46 through 49. So first is Dragon Serves Tea from Baguazhang. So the idea of this one is he goes to throw a punch, and I use both hands in the same fashion to go for a chop and a pull. So the idea is I use both of them together, right? So one's going like this, and one's going like this. So we're essentially going the opposite circles. So as he punches, right, I give them together, so it's like kind of like a brace here, and then as I go around, it changes, right? So you go in together, and it separates. So that's the idea of that one. You can even go around the inside, right, and strike here. If you happen to have that other hand strike at the same time, right, so he throws a 1 and then 2, right? And this one can block, and then you can switch it up from there. So that's Green Dragon Serves Tea. Next we have, from 18 Lohan, cutting down 1,000 soldiers. So not too different of a technique from this last one. So he goes to throw a punch, and this one is much like a chop, or you can use it as an armbar, kind of thing like that. So as he punches in, right, it both comes together. The importance of this one is that it comes as one clean motion, whereas the other one comes in with 2 arms separate. This one is basically, I'm just swinging them both together. Whatever I happen to get is what I happen to get. So if you want to be more Buddhist in it, because it's 18 Lohan, you can use this as the armbar, or if you want to be less Buddhist, you can use this as a break or a chop to the neck. So that's cutting down 1,000 soldiers. Next we have Strike the Tiger from Young's Tao Taiji. So this one is this movement here. So this one, he goes to strike, and I block it out of the way and then throw that hook punch. Right? So this is a very basic application for it. So it's where we get, this part is the striking lower one, and then this one strikes high. And if I do the other side, right, so he throws a punch, I can come from this side and then strike from this side here too. You can also use this as a sort of throwing technique. So as he comes in, right, I can step even closer in, and I can use this, because my leg is behind him, I can use this to throw, right? So one more time, he strikes in, and I throw him over top of my leg like so. And the last is Spitting Wine. Spitting Wine is this technique from Drunken Boxing. Now this is the oddest one in this video. The idea, as I break it down, as he throws a punch into me, right, I'm actually going to eat this one on purpose. But as I do it, I'm going to do it in a way that makes him overcommit, so it's not actually going to hit me with a lot of force. And as I do so, I fold myself with the force, so I'm essentially absorbing the force as it's coming in. So he goes to punch, right? Right? I retreat my hips back, so I absorb the force, and you can see what happens to him, right? This line locks up. As I do so, I twist, so now we get this lock. And then from here, I just scoop my hips underneath, and I throw him from underneath. Because the idea is getting underneath their center of gravity. So as he throws a punch, right? That's essentially all there was. So the idea with this is, like, if we accept this technique and we get this throw, obviously that's not going to be the end of what we do, right? We're going to follow up and then strike him like so. So in the form, we follow up Spitting Wine with Phoenix Eye Fists. So that's how we would take advantage of this. Because once we get them airborne, there's a moment in time where they're no longer able to react in the same way that they would if they were grounded. So as he comes in, right, we follow through. So that's the idea of that one. We accept their attack, and we do so by absorbing the force, locking up the joints, and then following through by scooping our hips underneath their center of gravity through the joint. So that's Spitting Wine. All right, that's all for this video. See you in the next episode.